Here at BB King's in New York City, boxing's most anticipated matchup, Bob Arum and Don King host a press conference to announce the upcoming fight between WBA super welterweight champion Miguel Cotto, who will be defending his title against two-division world champion Ricardo Mayorga. The fight takes place Saturday, March 12th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it will be broadcast live on Showtime pay-per-view.
You know, we've had Miguel fighting for top rank for many, many years, since his first professional fight. Now, one thing we know about Miguel, there ain't no fighter alive that can intimidate him. Miguel Cotto is a true warrior. And Miguel, we're really proud of him, because let me tell you, he goes in the ring and you know that he's coming to fight, and he'll take on any man that we put in front of him. That's been his entire career in the sport, and even the fight he lost to Manny Pacquiao. In that fight, I mean, the first 4 rounds was like even. It was one of the great battles of the last few years. And finally, Manny, being Manny, prevailed, but Miguel never quit. He never quit. He is a true warrior. So, with all due respect to Ricardo and what he said, we ain't worried. We're not worried. Miguel is going to take care of himself.
I don't know about that.
And is going to win.
I don't know about that. You better get Miguel up there. Don't play lawyer now. Get the Miguel up there. Let Miguel talk for himself. People put that ego. Yes, no, you just stepped over that.
Before we bring Miguel up, I want to hear from his trainer, who's going to tell you how he's going to get him prepared. The World Hall of Fame trainer, Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah, in the thick of battle, now they're going to use my man. Get that brother up here, get that money guy, get that boxadero up here. You know what I mean? Let him defend against this crazy man over here. Yes.
When it comes to trash talking, Mayorga, you are the best. You are the best. Numero uno.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I mean, I was sitting enjoying him talking. I didn't even want to come up to talk. You know what? Everything he said, he believes, and that's what's so amazing about it. He wasn't just talking just to build up the hype for the fight. That is him. I actually had the fortune of training him for 9 months before, and he is a tough guy. First of all, just going into this fight, when they told me that we were going to fight Mayorga, they told me, I said, oh man, wow. I'm going from one extreme to the other. I was Yuri Foreman in the last fight. Moving, boxing very fast, and now I'm going in with Mayorga. I mean, you're talking about changing your strategy. Totally 100% the other direction. Mayorga is a very tough man, physically, mentally, spiritually. And he's a fighter. He's not, forget about boxer or slugger. He falls in, he's a fighter. He's going to come out throwing punches from all angles with full force. Physically, probably coming to ring about 170 pounds. So it's a fight that it looks like it was a mismatch, but I know both fighters. It's a very tough fight. Miguel Cotto will have to be at his best. And as far as laying out the strategy, it's not so easy. Because, you know, for the first 3-4 rounds, with anyone, Thomas Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, it's going to be a tough fight with Mayorga. I spoke to Shane Mosley. He says, Stewart, he came from so many different angles, you didn't know what was going to happen, and he just comes out and tries to just fight you. So you can't run and give him any space, and then he was physically strong. He was so much bigger than I thought the night of the fight. So we have a very tough training camp. I feel that Miguel Cotto has always been one of my favorite fighters, and that's why I got involved with him. I think he's a basically very balanced out fighter. And what we did since I got involved with him was really just make him go back to doing what he used to do. Boxing more, because as a beginning of his career, he used to box well, but in his last 4 or 5 fights, I noticed he was legs so far apart, elbows so far apart. He was boxing like he was about 4 feet 5. That's why even Manny Pacquiao was taller than he was. But that's been improved, as you saw in the last fight, with, to me, one of the best technical boxers of this era, Yuri Foreman, where he systematically showed his boxing skills with a really good technical boxer. But this fight here, though, he's going to have to get some respect from Ricardo. And he's going to have to hurt him to get the respect. So we come out expecting a very explosive fight. I just feel that Miguel is all around experienced. He's fought the very best, the same as Ricardo, in the last, say, 7-8 years in the welterweight, junior welterweight, now junior middleweight division. So it'll be a very explosive fight, not the mismatch that people think. I think that my fighter wins by knockout. I don't trade anybody to win a decision. It may happen, but I go for knockouts. But I think up until then, it's going to be very, very, very explosive. And Miguel will land his patented left hook to the body, and the fight will be all over with somewhere midway through the fight. Thank you very much.
First of all, I'm going to start in English and then in Spanish, and Ricardo is going to introduce my words in Spanish. I want to thank Bob Arum to make this fight possible, and welcome all of you to Ricardo Mayorga first press conference for his circus. I'm a pretty professional fighter. I know what is my job. You know, my job is stay with the ring, making good fights, because nobody won with the mouth. Buenos días. Primero que nada, agradecer a la prensa, agradecer a Aaron por todo lo que ha hecho para que esta pelea sea posible.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone that made this fight possible.
A Ricardo, ayer estuvo algo sereno en la sesión de fotos. Al parecer, pues, el público lo hace engrandecerse.
Yesterday when we were together, I didn't see this face of him. He was very nice, very serene. Today, I guess he gets excited with the cameras and all of you here.
Pero nada, el próximo 12 de marzo será nuestro combate. Habrán más cámaras, habrán más personas viéndonos y veremos quién será. Veremos quién será. Cuando usted habló ahorita, yo me mantuve callado. Sea profesional, sea profesional.
I know you're going to be a lot more excited when you see the fight. There'll be a lot of people there, a lot more cameras, a lot more light. But I want to tell you that it's your farewell fight.
Si no te puedes mantener callado, la puerta está abierta. Te puedes ir, ya dijiste lo que tenías que decir.
When you spoke, I never interrupted you, and now you're interrupting me. You can always walk out. The door is right there.
Soy un profesional, como he dicho, con estos pantalones chiquitos, con estas manitas. Vencí a Shane Mosley. ¿Tú te acuerdas de Shane Mosley?
¿Ah? With his little hands, with his little pants, I beat Shane Mosley. You know who that is, right?
Okay. Pues nada, no hay más nada que decir. Todos los esperamos. A ninguno de ellos está enfrentado. No se me olvidó mi pelea. No, soy un caballero. Usted es un charlatán, usted es un payaso. Eso es lo que ha sido toda su vida. Y en eso es lo que se va a quedar. Un payaso nicaragüense. Un payaso. Es lo que ha sido toda tu carrera. Has abierto la boca. Toda tu carrera has abierto la boca. Y en las peleas que has tenido que sacar bravura, no lo has hecho. En todas has fracasado. En todas has fracasado. En todas tus peleas importantes, en todas has fracasado. 3 veces campeón del mundo. 4 veces campeón del mundo en 3 diferentes divisiones. Después de la pelea, de la sorpresa de Vernon Forrest, Ricardo Mayorga murió. Buenas tardes.
I didn't know that Miguel could get that upset and excited. I'm very proud of you, Miguel. And we're going to be there on March the 12th, too. He's going to stand up to everything that he says, physically as well as verbally.
Okay, we got a fight here, and now for closing remarks, Don King.
You know, they had to warm him up. You understand what I mean? But it would be too late. And I didn't know that Emmanuel Stewart was a stand-up comic. Oh, he is good. You know what I mean? This is fabulous. You know, not only do you have a great show. You got everything going, the comedic part, stand-up comedy. You know what I mean? This is really something y'all gonna really see a show. Not this just verbalization like they say. And he said the closing remarks. You are absolutely correct. We're gonna close the show. You know what I mean? Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. And so it's gonna be a fabulous evening of boxing and fighting. And now that we know that the gauntlet has been dropped between Miguel Cotto and Ricardo Ricky El Matador Mayorga, all we can do is wait and get our orders in quick. You know what I mean? So that we would be certain to bear witness to this great event that's about to take place. You know, I was going to bring up, but I still going to do it. Come on, Luis. You know, I know you ain't a manual steward, but do the best you can. Since you now put it in the entertainment level, you got a shot at it.
Muy buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
En realidad, bueno, aquí en ese momento los ánimos se calientan y se dicen muchas cosas.
In reality, the environment's getting a little hot. A lot of things are being said.
En realidad esto va a ser un choque de trenes, esta pelea.
There's 2 freight trains that are going to crash on March 12th.
Y yo estoy preparando una máquina
And I'm preparing one of them
para ser campeón mundial a Ricardo Mayorga.
to become world champion once again.
Mi sueño este año es que Ricardo vuelva a ser campeón.
My dream this year was to make Ricardo a champion again, and here's the opportunity.
Todo el respeto para Cotto y toda su gente.
A lot of respect for Cotto and his team.
De mi parte, pero el título lo vamos a llevar para Nicaragua.
And with all due respect, but at the same time, we're going to take that title back to Nicaragua.
Así es que a partir de ahora, este aterrizaje en Nueva York, nos sentimos campeones y nos vamos a ir con el título.
And since we've been here in New York, we've had a spirit of a champion. We're going to continue all the way through to March 12th and make it a realization.
Los que no van a estar en Las Vegas porque va a ser un escenario espectacular.
Those who can't be in Vegas for the fight,
Que compren el cable porque no se pueden perder esta pelea porque va a quedar en la mente, en el ojo de cada una de esas personas que la van a ver.
make sure to buy the pay-per-view because it's going to be a great fight.
Gracias y espero que aplaudan al campeón.
Thank you very much.
I'm Kristal Hart reporting from BB King's Times Square, New York City.